tahiyyat wa salam. Tahiyyat, that is, we pray for your hayat. That is tahiyyat. It is, I pray for your well-being, for your salamati, so that you may live long. So, salat is tahiyyat, it is honor, it is mercy, mercy with honor from Allah Ta'ala. That is, we ask Allah to send upon the Holy Prophet. Now, if you look into our day-to-day lives, there are different ways of how people, they respect each other. Sometimes you shake hands. Sometimes you find that people, they remove their hats if they want to extend their respect. Sometimes they do it that way. Or sometimes they put a hand onto their chest. That is all these different ways of how a person shows his respect to the others. But now is salawat. Salawat means salawat plus respect. And again, praying for the salamati. That is, in easier words, we could put it that salam that we have, which we say to each other, salamun alaikum, that is the upgrade, that the highest version of that salam is salawat. And this is something that the translation of that doesn't exist in Farsi, nor in Urdu, in English again, that doesn't. Quran says that Inna Allaha wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. That is, Allah, His angels, they send salutations upon the Prophet. Instructions to mu'mineen is that, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O those who believe, sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala And again, we have in the books of du'as, that is, when we ask Allah to send salutations upon Rasulullah, now He doesn't need our du'as. There is no point. Now why do we ask Allah to send salutations? In easier words, it is to associate with Ahlulbayt alayhi salam, to come closer to Ahlulbayt, to the Prophet. Now, because they are the source, through them everything came into existence, as we recite in Hadith al-Qisam. If you look into Ziyarat Jamiat al-Kabira, it's the same thing. That is, there is this Ziyarat al-Yasin Kabir, then we find فَمَا شَيْءٌ مِنَّا إِلَّا وَأَنْتُمْ لَهُ السَّبَبِ. That is, Ahlul Bayt, they are the sabab, the means for which everything has come into existence. Now, when that is the case, so we have to have a closer bond with them so that we benefit more. Or it says that bikum fatah Allah, that is, it is through you, Ahlul Bayt, Allah opened everything. Bikum yakhtim, and through you He will close and shut down everything. Khalaqakum Allah anwara, that Allah He has made you a nur, a light, anwar. Now when we recite these salawat upon Rasulullah, what happens? Again, that is defined and explained to us in Ziyarat Jamiat al-Kabira, says وَجَعَلَ صَلَاتَنَا عَلَيْكُمْ وَجَعَلَ صَلَوَاتِنَا عَلَيْكُمْ. That is, these salutations that we send upon Ahlul Bayt, upon the Holy Prophet, وَمَا خَصَّنَا بِهِ مِنْ وِلَايَتِكُمْ, says طِيبًا لِخَلْقِنَا. We send salawat upon them. As a result, we get purified. It is good for us. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Wa taharatan li anfusina. When we recite salawat upon them, it is a purification of our soul. Imam says. Wa tazkiyatan lana. That is for our own purification, for our own betterment. And as a result of these salawat, says wa kafaratan li dhunubina. That is, these salawat that we recite upon them, as a result of that, our sins, they are washed away, they are forgiven. In some riwayat, they say that the easiest way to repent is by the recitation of salawat. That is the easiest way to repent, it's by the recitation of salawat. That if we are not able to repent, then by these recitals, that if we just add on to our daily program to recite a few hundred, a few thousand, if we could do salawat, it has a great impact. I'll come to that point if we get some time. Now if you look into Surah Al-Baqarah, you must have heard, that is, when Bani Israel, then someone died. They came and they asked Prophet Musa that what should we do? Wahy is revealed to Prophet Musa that you have to kill a cow. That were the initial instructions. And then we'll find out who the killer was, and then from then on we can see what's happening. They came and made it so complicated that what type of a cow should it be, what color should it be, what size should it be, how old should it be. Then all of a sudden, the conclusions were there, it has to be a bright yellow cow. A bright yellow cow does not exist. They find a very bright yellow cow with another young boy. They come to him and they say, okay, we want this cow from you, how much is it? He says, I'll have to ask my mother. Mother says, you sell the cow to them, and the price I want is the skin of that cow filled with gold coins. I want that much of money. He says, no, there is no other way out, they have to buy it. They bought that cow, and after killing that cow, that is, slaughtering that cow, they placed a piece of flesh of that cow onto the body of this deceased, this person who had died. He comes back to life. And then, when they analyze that how it happened, says that amazing things happened over here. That is, the price of that cow, it miraculously shot up to that huge price. That dead person who had died, he came back to life, and then he said, informed who the killer was, and then this person also becomes one of the wealthiest persons. He says the reason for him achieving that much of a wealth was that he was taught the recital, that is the recitation of salawat, as a result of which he becomes that much wealthy. And now that he has become the wealthiest person in town with all that wealth, how is that going to be protected? Because there are people who are jealous, who are hasud, who want to seize all that wealth away from him. Again, instructions given to that young boy are that continue with the recitation of that salawat, your wealth also will be protected for you. If you look into again when Prophet Ibrahim, he was chosen among the best friends of Allah. وَاتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ خَلِيلًا, that Allah chose Ibrahim as his friend, as his Khalil. Says, إِنَّمَا اتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ خَلِيلًا لِكَثْرَةِ صَلَوَاتِهِ عَلَى مُحَمَّدٍ وَأَهْلِ بَيْتِهِ. Says the reason why Allah chose him as his friend is because he recited salawat upon Rasulullah and his household a lot. So, all these ahadith that we have regarding the importance of salawat that are present over here. Or for example, the Holy Prophet, he says that مَا فِي الْمِيزَانِ شَيْءٌ أَثْقَلُ مِنَ الصَّلَاةِ عَلَى مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِ مُحَمَّدٍ. That is, and mizan is that scale of balance in the hereafter. Says nothing in that scale of balance is heavier than these salawats that are recited upon Rasulullah. Says that I am going to be by that scale of balance in the hereafter. People, they will bring their a'mal, and it's going to be an easy calculation, a criteria that has been given to Malik, who is the caretaker of the hell. And that is, when you come to your scale of balance, you put your a'mal over there, and if those a'mal were heavy, heaven will be assigned, and if they were light, hell will be assigned. Says a person comes to that scale of balance, to that mizan, he places his a'mal, and based upon the instructions, the criteria that were given, to him the hell was assigned. Rasulullah is by that mizan. He puts his hand into his pocket, brings out an envelope, places it onto that balance. And then says to Malik, what do you say now? He says his a'mal are heavier. Says heaven should be given. And then he says, Ya Rasulullah, what was that envelope that you placed on the scale of balance? He says that all these salawat that mu'mineen recite upon me and my Ahlulbayt, they are preserved in a safe deposit, in a savings account, and that is before me. I deposit them, secure them by myself, And on the day of judgment, when they are in need, they will be returned back to them. And then says that Man salla alayya kulla yawmin thalatha marrat. That is someone, that is each one of us, or whoever, recites salawat upon me, that is the Holy Prophet, 3 times during the day, 3 times during the night, hubban li wa shawqan ilayhi, out of love, that is the love, the devotion that he has towards the Prophet. He says if someone recites just 3 salawats in the morning, 3 at night, haqqan kana haqqan ala Allah, it is upon the Almighty Allah, an yaghfira lahu dhunuba, to forgive him all of his sins. Sins of that day, sins of that night that were committed by that person, says as a result and a reward and a blessing of those salawat, those 3 salawat that are recited by that individual, all those sins will be forgiven, for sins that were committed during that day and during that night. Again, looking back into these salawats and what miraculous effects they have in our life, it says among the study circle of Marhum Imam Khomeini Ayatullah, who was Maqbul Bailani, there's a person called Marhum Mulla Ali Khan. Says that in our study circle there was a person who had a very beautiful fragrance. And that fragrance which he possessed, it wasn't something which he wore, which he bought from the marketplace. Says when he used to walk in the streets, that fragrance was so beautiful that we know that person is walking towards us. When he came to the doors, he didn't need to knock the door. The fragrance was so strong, people knew in the house who is at the door. And then he says, once I asked him, what is this fragrance that you have? It is definitely not from this dunya. In reply, he says that, let me tell you what the story is. He says, once in a vision, there is a majlis, there are a number of people present in that majlis, and the Holy Prophet also is present. Now, among Mu'mineen, there are some who are da'im al-zikr, they constantly have these different azkar recitals that they recite. Some, they have a lot of recitation of Quran, some do a lot of prayers, some people recite salawats a lot. Now this person, he used to recite salawats a lot. Now a lot, I don't know how many. Then he says, Rasulullah posed a question. Says that among you, who recites the most salawats upon me? He said that I do recite, but there might be someone else present in this majlis who recites more salawat than myself. So I stayed quiet. He poses the question again. Again with that same answer in mind, I sat down. For the 3rd time, Rasulullah inquires, and again I was quiet. Then Rasulullah, he comes to me and kisses me. Says, as a result of that kiss of Rasulullah, that fragrance was bestowed and given to me, and that remained with me until the last moment of my life. It was mentioned that why do we celebrate, whether it says it should be a bid'ah or not. No, it was mentioned that celebration that we have is celebration which Allah has celebrated. An old Jew person, a man, he comes to the Holy Prophet and says that, Ya Rasulullah, Prophet Musa also was among the great prophets of Allah. He was blessed with all of those miracles. He was revealed with the Torah. That stick was given to him. A cloud, it shadowed him wherever he went. Then he says, Ya Rasulullah, are you greater? Are you more exalted than Prophet Musa? Or Musa is more exalted than you? In reply, Rasulullah says that I don't want to boast. But to your reply, says that Prophet Adam, when he was punished, that That is, he was driven away from the paradise. Says that when he wanted to repent, he repented as such, that Allahumma inni as'aluka bihaqq Muhammadin wa ala Muhammad. That is, God, by Muhammad wa ala Muhammad, forgive me. And then says Prophet Nuh, when he had embarked his ship and everything was just flooding around, he says there again, Prophet Nuh